Hey dude, what's up? Oh, it's you. It's you, Sergey. Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah.
There's so many swords showing us dead on the ground around our huts. It's ridiculous.
So do these guys like not lose anything from harassing us, or what's happening?
Speak up a little bit.
So these guys, they just can harass us forever. They don't lose anything, right?
Why would they lose? We're the ones who are losing. We're not losing much. We're losing some XP and stuff like that. And well, if you put walls, then I don't think they can. But how would you put walls in this? It will be very hard. I don't think we can put walls around the shacks, but we can put walls in well, in other areas, I guess. Oh, it will be tough. It will be tough for a while, but there's several things that can happen. They could get bored, like people get bored in Rust. But the difference is, with Rust they can just move on. But here, you know, you're their enemies, you're their neighbors. So probably it, they might not get bored, and they get, you know, they get slaves for their outposts. I guess not always when they kill us, but every now and then when we manage to, when we get knocked down, then they get a slave. And they need to replenish them every few days. Anyway, in any case, so it's gonna have to be until we can fight back, until we have weapons to fight back, and until we build better walls. And maybe they will have to get, maybe they have trouble elsewhere. Maybe they will be occupied elsewhere. We'll see how it goes.
Okay, are you there?
Hey.
Oh, hey, Rob.
Yeah. Have you renamed your shack?
No, no. I need to know if it's safe for me
It's safe
to
right
go
now.
to the podcast. Okay.
So Robo, you came on. I'll tell you what the. I don't know what you want to do, but there is one project here that it's quite urgent. Near the new guild that we made, there's another fief, and in that fief, somebody has flattened a lot of land. I don't know what they flattened it for. I don't think that there was a. It could be that there was a guild that died and the land stayed behind, but I don't think it's that. I think it's that because we would have seen on the map. I think somebody flattened it to put something. So we should rush to put something there, an outpost, before they put their own, so that we grab it before they grab it. Because if they grab it, they're gonna be right next to us.
Yeah, makes sense.
They're expensive though. We'll see. We'll try to find an outpost that's not very expensive. For example, the ones that want linen, most of them want linen, and it took recall ages, and you need to have flax crops, and I think we might be done. So we don't have many options. I think we can make maybe another trading outpost. I'd rather not make a trading outpost though. Maybe another mill, not another mill. Another herbalist. That's the cheap one. Herbalist. It's fairly cheap.
Why do we need another herbalist?
We don't need another herbalist. There are 6, 7, 8 types of outposts. The only way to capture fiefs is by putting outposts on them. You just put one outpost and it's yours. So they've cleared the space. That most outposts have requirements that we don't have right now, like linen. But the herbalist doesn't want linen. We're very limited, really, to what we can put there. It provides herbs every now and then. If you put slaves, it provides even more herbs. Okay, let me see. Okay, 4x4, I've done it.
there was a fort that was like downhill, sort of northeast of us.
That's not it though. It was in that
I
direction.
think-
Yeah. That's not it. I'll be back in a sec.
Yeah, man. Where should I be heading right now?
Where are you?
I'm just out of the main base.
Um, go to the mill and go to the direction away from the propeller things. If that makes sense.
I think that's east.
Yeah, I guess.
What are you guys doing at the moment? I'm just by the new monument now.
I'm trying to claim my share finally because I got killed before with my third character. And after that, I'm not sure.
Oh, I see.
Okay, done.
I'm just going to do some flattening there till Icy gets
Oh.
back.
It's kind of hard to hear you.
Oh, is it?
But I don't know.
Is that better? Can you hear me better now?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, yeah, I was just saying I'm going to flatten up here by the monument, this area. I guess that's where the new castle's going.
No, I can show you where the flattened area is.
Okay.
Come down to the shacks.
Yeah, I'll just drop this dirt. Right.
Okay. It's over there. I'm pretty sure this is what Icy means.
I'm back. What's
Is
up?
it? No, I think we were just wondering if this area near to the base is what you were talking about.
Which area?
It's just right by the new shacks.
Yes, right by the new shack. It's a really big flat area. Let me come over there and.
Yeah, that's I think that's the area that Sharden leveled at one point. We were going to build a new mill.
God, and I was like, who the fuck made? I totally lost the geography. Okay, well that means that nobody's. Yeah, it's right on the border too. So it's not even usable. We need 2 more squares up the hill to be usable. Right now it's not usable.
Yeah.
So nobody's trying to take it from us. However, they might. You know, they might because it's so well flattened. It's a lot of work though to do those 2 tiles because it's really fucking steep. Unless you put a
I was
military.
thinking one way.
What? Where?
I was going to say one way of making this slightly faster would be to, as you're digging up the hill, raise this flattened area by like 1 or 2 points
I see what you're saying.
at the same time, all the dirt you dig out.
That makes sense. That might. It's a very wide thing though. You have to raise the whole friggin' thing, the whole plateau. I'm not 100% sure it would go faster this way. It might, but I see what you're saying. Well, we wanted to grab this anyway, and we're gonna have to use that flattened spot because that's the rest of it is really hard to flatten. This particular fief, I don't know if you can see anywhere. Do you think you can see anywhere a flatter? Is it here? Is it flatter here? Maybe it's flatter over here. But it doesn't make sense now that we flattened that. We don't want to. No. I think the fast. Look, with 3 people, maybe this will go fast. Maybe fast. I don't know about fast, but faster maybe. Unless we put a military outpost, in which case we could put a military outpost. You know, it takes less. Let me see what it takes exactly. I'll tell you. It takes 11 by 11 instead of 13 by 13, I think. So that might just about. Can you see it if you click on the ground? Build the outpost. You should be able to see it. Oh, it needs linen, the military. So really, if we don't want linen, I don't think we can do anything, to be honest with you, because Rico was doing the mortar, and he's not on. And the tiles with the help of... no, I don't think we can do... Let me see. Herbalists. It still needs mortar. Yeah, it really doesn't look...
Yeah, the miniature fits just about.
And you have to keep in mind that... What if you want to put a wall around it? You see? So you need to put it even further back. So it seems that this project might have to wait. It's dangerous though, because we flatten the ground for them. Whoever wants to can just go in there and plunk down an outpost. Although, look, the old rules say that you have to have an adjacent outpost to build another outpost. The new rules, I think that you can put any outpost anywhere you want in the world. But I'm not 100% sure. I'm not 100% sure. I'll be back in a second.
I see. I cleaned the shack with my final character. I don't have the option to rename it. Maybe I need like rights or something.
Okay, so I'm making my my second hut, and there you go.
I see. I cannot rename my my second shack.
Cannot rename it. Maybe because this character is in another guild or something. I don't know.
No.
Well, I'll rename it for you.
Maybe you can do it. No.
I'll do it for you. Let me just place down the foundations here. Okay, so bring your character over. Click the claim and tell me what it says.
Oh, now I can rename it. Maybe I took some.
So is this guy's the hut 100%? Make sure 100% before with the right click with the claim.
Yeah.
Hold on a sec. Don't move. Don't move. Yeah, we're good. Okay.
I also can put stuff in your.
I have you on Discord in 200%, and I still can barely hear you.
Hey.
Yeah, so you have to speak up or try to find a way to raise your volume. When you speak up, I can hear you fine, but usually you don't speak up.
I don't speak up because I'm afraid our enemies will hear us. They'll be like.
I'm done with the fiber, and I just need boards and billets. I'm back in a sec.
I've just started working on the ditch again around the main fortress.
So when I finish my my shack, since we don't have the materials for outposts, what we need to do is, because Recall is doing most of the important ones, we tell Recall, we ask him first of all if he can come play, and if he can't, either way, whether he can or he can't, to write us down exactly what skills and what requirements, what do we need to do the stuff he can do, that only he can do. While that happens, we can work on the wall. If you guys want, we can finish that wall, I think. I can also put down structures like advanced for all the professions, kitchens and stuff like that. We can try putting that around. I wonder if we should try putting that in this fief. We could try putting it in this fief. It will be in the wide. Whatever we do, it will be in the wide open. I could try putting it in the little fort, but I don't think that we should put it in the little fort. I think the little fort should go in military, maybe military outpost, and then remove. We'll see. It's just I don't know what the best thing to do is. I don't know. Okay, let's see what's happening here. What are you working on, Robo?
I'm just digging more ditches around the main fort now.
Okay, that's a good thing. That's a good thing. We'll be there to help you shortly. You know that's not gonna be a ditch in the end of the day, right? That's gonna be, like you said, just a raised.
Oh, you mean it's all going to be down at
It's all gonna be down. So
828?
But we said that let's
Yeah.
finish first one line around it so that it's useful right away, and then.
Yeah, yeah. Makes sense.
So what I'm gonna be doing is every couple of weeks I'll be posting a post on Patreon. It's gonna be called Cult War Journal, and then I'll take pictures of all the little maps, and I'll tell people that what guilds are attacking us and what we're doing and what we're building, and we'll see if more people come. Anyway, it will be also for our because it's hard, you know. You make all these posts on Discord, but you also want some summing up post that has the important stuff. So the important stuff.
Like a newspaper kind of thing. The news from the world of life is beautiful.
Exactly. And I'll call it Cult War Journal because from Punisher War Journal, it's a comic book.
Robo, you just dumping everything behind us, right?
Hmm?
You just dumping it all behind us?
Yeah, down at that flat over there.
Where?
Just with this bit here that's being flattened. See all these green tiles?
Uh-huh.
So I'm dumping it like right here.
Gotcha. So is Recall not gonna be playing anymore?
No, he didn't say he's not gonna be playing. He said that he's getting busier now. I think he might have gotten a job. I haven't asked details. So I don't know. It's possible that he could have gotten bored, but on the other hand, he has played so long and he's played on his own too. It doesn't look like he would get bored. So we'll see. I don't want to assume that anybody will keep playing, and there could also be people, jumping in and out, playing for a while and then not playing for a couple of weeks and playing again. Agent X really loves this game. It's already #1 most played Steam game for a bunch of people. I think for Kierog and Schadenfreude. I need 100 hours for it to become mine too, but even then it won't count because I have 250 on one PA version and 300 in another PA version, so that's really one game. So it would have to have we have to go to 550 hours to pass PA, so I would need another 400 hours. However, if you have 3 computers at the same time... Oh no, but there will be different Steam accounts, right? Yeah, there will be different Steam accounts. Oh, so even with 3 computers, I don't think I'll be able to play my 3 characters. Because my 3 characters are in one account. If you want 3 computers, you need 3 accounts.
I'ma go sleep. I'll be here tomorrow for sure.
Okay, dude.
Cool. See you later.
Tell me what do you need for the stone wall in case I come back here tomorrow.
What do
Without
I need for the
anybody
stone
here.
wall? I'll tell you. The main thing for the stone wall is the boards that we get from this region in the south, which before we had to run missions and it took half an hour each trip or something. Now we're gonna use the moose. But you don't want to use the moose alone. You want to make sure there's enough people around and all that. So then the other things I need is clay, which we get from a region that I have to show you where it is. And the other thing we need is shaped rocks. We have tons of rocks. We just need to shape them. I'm not even sure if you have the skill. You need a pickaxe, and you need. I think it's a basic skill, and you do it in the. So I don't think there's anything you can do alone on the wall. You could work what Robo is doing now. We're trying to lower all the tiles around the fort to the level of the ditch, so that the fort is raised above all its surroundings, so that when they try to put the ladder in, it will be hard for them. So that's something that you could do, you know, mindlessly for as long as you can bear to do it, basically. And the stones that you're gonna be ripping out, Schadenfreude's road, and then we want to be piling up those stones somewhere. We don't want to lose them; they're viable. So I don't know if Robo is making a pile somewhere. We should make a pile around there somewhere with stones.
I've been putting all the stones straight into the warehouse.
Okay, it's a long trip though, and then we have to take them out. I mean, nobody's gonna steal the stones if they're on it. For your information. Plus, you're filling in the warehouse that could be used for, you know, I think it has enough space. But generally speaking, yeah, you can keep doing that, or we can make a pile somewhere. And then basically, look, after we bring it down one level, the entire surroundings, then we're gonna pave it with stones again. So you're gonna need to bring the stones out again. And that's easy to do with a hammer. You have to figure it out though. It's a little finicky. Like you have to figure out, like you need to make the whole ground 0.1 lower than you want, because when you put the stones for the road, it will raise it 0.1 higher. And it takes a little bit to figure out, but I think anybody can do it with like the lower artisan, the lowest, like 0 or 30 artisan and a hammer. So that's the thing. Like, so when the surroundings of the fort are all stone, then we can start. But you know what? I really think we're not gonna put any more buildings there. What we're gonna do, we're gonna put the buildings in the new guild that we just made. So on one side of the ridge is the shacks, right? On the other side of the ridge, there will be a space for the keep. And a bit further away from that, there will be a space for I guess that's where I would like to put the workshops and stuff. Or we could put some workshops around. I don't know. The thing is, this guild that I'm on, this fifth that I'm on now, is not that big. So if you put the shacks on one side and you put the keep in the middle, I'm not even sure if there's gonna be enough space in there for. Basically, if you want a proper castle like you see with like whole town, just 1/5 is not going to be enough. You're going to need multiple fiefs. But what happens if they catch one of these fiefs, if they conquer one of these fiefs, and the fief that they conquer is inside your walls? Then they're going to be able to. It's very hard. I don't see. Whereas before you didn't have this problem. Before there were no fiefs. You just had you had your monument, and then you fed your monument money. And the tiles that you could use expanded radially outward in a circle. So the more money you put in the guild, in the monument, the more tiles you could get in all directions. So the monument was always in the absolute center of your domains. And then when somebody wanted to attack you, they attack your monument, and every time they succeeded, your area would shrink, and it would shrink, and it would shrink, and it would shrink until it got to the minimum, and then they could destroy you. So now it's more like before it was more freeform, it was more natural, I guess. Now it's more like a strategy game. Actually, I don't understand why I really prefer the fief system, because the fief system is not as natural. But for some reason I prefer the fief system. It makes me think of strategy games. Because like before, you would be, oh okay, I expanded my radius by 2 more tiles. Whereas now, so it didn't feel like a big success. Whereas now you're like, oh, I have another new fief. Anyway, so The short answer is I have no idea what you should do, Sergey. Apart from the leveling around, but there's a lot of work. The leveling is a lot of work. What else could you do? You know, we need. I told the guys we need more farmland, and we need crops. And somebody needs to figure out the calendar with the crops. You hit K to bring the calendar up. And in the calendar, you have to. I think you have to like gather wild roots and then you plant them and then they become domesticated and you figure out when to harvest them. And this is really important because without this, we would not have the linen. And without the linen, we would not have had the mill outpost. So you really need somebody needs to figure out. Some guys are working on it, but they're not too ambitious with it. So I think we should have more farmland and we should have 3-4 different huge farmlands, and they need wells. So you could try that part of the game since you're the herbalist. Oh, Rick will put in some instructions on the. So yeah, we could start working on that. Like we could take different. So, clay times and mortar in his materials prep. So materials prep, carpentry, tailoring, and herbalism. Linen cloth. So linen cloth, tailoring 0. Yeah, you have to get somebody. So yeah. I think one of your characters, you said Sergey, is on the tailoring path, right?
No.
No, somebody else told me. I can't remember who it was.
Well, it makes some flux, I guess. We'll have the time.
Yeah, flux is the thing. You have to look at the calendar though. It could be days before you can actually plant flux.
No. Flux with A, it's a plant, and flux with a U, it's a different thing. It's from herbalism. It's like a stuff that you mix together from herbs.
It's funny that Rico remembers all that by heart without even launching the game. I don't even remember my basic, like, if you tell me the difference between masonry and architecture or masonry and artisanship, I can't. I have to look it up.
Okay, see you guys.
Yeah, catch you later, man.
See ya.
Okay, the new color is showing on my guild, but not on Chef's yet.
One new color.
What's that?
What's the new color?
The new color is, you can see it, it's red and white. You can see it on the Discord, I posted it. If you scroll up, you can see the new emblems.
Oh, right, I see.
The reason I changed from black is because the guys in the south have black and it looks the same as us, and I want to make sure nobody can confuse us.
Yeah.
If you look on the map, the cult kingdom is right on the border between two fiefs. So I want to catch, I think the other fief is the one that, is it the one? No, it's not. Oh, it's in the other direction. Yeah, so we need a couple of outposts here to grab the area around, and you cannot make outposts without all that stuff that recall. I'm gonna get started with some of the stuff. I think I can make the doors and the windows maybe. Okay, for now though, I'm gonna enter with my other character. Oh, so my third character needs a hut. I finished it. He needs to claim it and rename it.
I wonder if it'd be good to make like a bunch of tier 2 shovels for all this digging we're doing.
It might, it might. We have a couple of saws, tier 2 saws in there. I don't know if they've been used.
Oh, that's really useful for me actually, because that means that like unlocks the whole woodworking tree for me. If I have a saw.
You need a saw to unlock the tree? No. Really?
I mean, not. I mean, it allows me to make like all the boxes and tools and stuff that that I can do with my tree, basically. It'll require the saw.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the only thing is that now that we've been hunted by these guys outside our walls, if you have good tools,
Yeah.
it's not advisable. Unless you're playing, I think we were thinking that they're Spanish, so we visited them once at like 4 a.m. Spanish time, and they weren't there. So if you're playing those times, but you probably won't be playing those times because you're in the same time zone pretty much.
Yeah.
So the difference between this and Rust is that in Rust you have to pay upkeep for everything you make. So the game is like penalizing you for building. Whereas here you can build as much as you want in one fief. But if you want more fiefs, then yeah, you have to pay upkeep. But you're penalized for area. You're not penalized for amount of stuff you build. We figured it out now though, and before it was just like a couple of bucks like a week you would have to pay pretty much, and when you have like 15 people playing, a couple of bucks a week is nothing. But even then we figured out now that if you kill those natives and you just sell their armor, I don't know, their trinkets to the crown, then you make enough, more than enough should be. You just have to like plan to find natives. Apparently they have native villages, but we haven't, I don't think we've seen any.
I've not seen any NPCs at all.
Well, if you go in our outpost, you will see we have the overseers.
Oh yeah, I've seen him actually. Good point.
But yeah, if you travel around, you'll see some NPCs. They were not there a couple of years ago when we played. It's a new thing. It's a new thing.
It's taking ages to look through this warehouse, looking at all the boxes, trying to find the saw.
Yeah, definitely. Well, it could not be there. Like last time I saw, but what if somebody used it and destroyed it, or?
Yeah, maybe. I really like the way everything just takes up so much space in this game. I'm like,
Oh, you mean the stuff, yeah, that you put in. Before we had the warehouse, man, it was really tough because the logs and the boards could not go in boxes. So you drop them on the ground and they despawned. So, or lots of stuff, the doors, the windows, so we would have to all be online at the same time that we wanted to build something. Whereas now you can pile it in there. Or carrying each lumber on your back up the mountain instead of putting 100 of them in your pocket and just running.
oh, I just realized you can control click to
Yeah,
transfer stuff between inventory.
yeah, you can, but not
So
in all the screens though. There's some screens where you can't do this. You'll figure it out. Okay, before I log in, we're all done with this. There's nothing more we can do right now for this settlement. The only thing I need to do is look at my skills on this character before I log out with him and see what can I do from Rico's list. Okay, this guy is my herbalist. No, is my herbalist? I don't know what this guy's gonna be. Oh, he has no experience. Okay, well, I'm gonna do some digging with him then. I'm gonna go over to that Schadenfreude's area and flatten it a little bit more.
made like 20 primitive shovels. I'm putting them in a box by the gate so I don't have to keep
Okay.
stopping and making them.
You can name all the boxes too, you know. It might be good to start naming stuff.
Yeah, I don't think I have permission to name this land.
Really, huh?
Unfortunately.
If you encounter issues like that with permissions, you're now in Chevy's guild, so yeah, in his area, in his fief. So when you see him on, tell him and try to solve it. We need to solve all these issues eventually, because they will really fuck us up. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, that's what we should do, maybe raise. Yep. I don't know, it might be a lot of work though, I don't know.
Possibly the quickest way would be if you worked out the total area you want, found like the average height of all the squares, roughly, and then aimed for that height.
I just don't know what kind of fortifications. Well, like you say, if we put a military outpost, it would make sense to be military because it's bordering our castle essentially. So let me see. You said that it would just about fit the military, right? But if you,
Yeah, currently it would fit right up to the edge.
if you want borders,
no
though,
space for walls.
if you want walls later. Military. Oh, they're coming for me. Ah, jeez. Yeah, there's 2 of them. Oh, there's 3
I'll
of
go
them,
back
and they're
inside.
really, really well. Well, they're quite 4 of them. Yeah, go back inside.
God willing.
Be nice if I could use a bow. I think I can though.
Oh, they're trying to make me a slave again. They're not gonna stop. Anyway, thank God that at least I finished my my hut. That's something. The thing is, they know now. I was just sitting on the I was sitting on the flatland, and they have seen the flatland, so they might try to take it. I don't know how we can stop them if we don't have the skills. Rico will have to jump up and... No, he just left the thing. If I could... Let me see if I could maybe... change characters and find... The mortar is the... Is it the easiest to do the mortar? What does it say? Materials prep 60. Fuck that. Nobody's gonna have materials... Materials prep 60 anytime soon. Who has materials prep? Is it only Recall that makes that kind of character? But that means that we won't be able to put a without linen cloth, we won't be able to put down a military outpost, and that's the one we want there. So can you check in the warehouse if we have flux?
Flax or flux?
Flux. with a U.
I've definitely seen one of them.
I think we need a lot
Got
of them.
flax with an A. I don't think I've seen any flax with a U.
Well, it's with the U that we need. There's two different kinds, and it's the U that we need. Unless Rico made a typo. They walk all the way from there. It's like, I don't know, 15-minute walk at least to kill one naked dude, and then they walk all the way back. They're such losers. Meanwhile, they don't even have we have more outposts than they do. Such fucking. I think that might be what will save us in the end. If they're so bored, I mean, if they're so lazy, how are they gonna? Because they have to build all these military outposts around us to take our land. How are they gonna do that? So let me look at my skills now. Materials preparation. Which one is that? Killing. Is it the household? No. I don't even see the skill that he's talking about. Materials preparation. Where the fuck is that? Oh, okay. Okay. What he said, materials preparation might be materials processing. And you need to have carpenter. Okay, well, I will have carpentry 30 in a few minutes. So that will give us windows and doors, so that's something. But the materials prep 60. Let me see about that. Okay, I'll have 30 in an hour. I think the 60 will take either a day or... So I could have the mortar reasonably quickly, and the windows and the tiles. So I think that reasonably quickly my main character will be able to make some outposts, not the military, unfortunately.
I don't see any enemies back in the main base.
In the main base, no, they were coming in that direction though. When they left me, they were coming in that direction, so maybe they're coming for you. I mean, it would make sense for them because you're on their way to their home to at least make a pass. They can't jump in the. I don't think they can jump in the wall right now. some reason, when I try to put the outpost down now, it doesn't show me the option to put it. I wonder if those guys did anything. No, I see it. Yeah. So the military outpost fits right like you said, but it's useless without walls. And the walls take 2 squares on each side, so we need 4 more freaking squares, man, all the way cut into the cut all the way in. Well, I'm gonna. Okay, so let me look at this character's doing. So he needs 1 hour for one skill and 18 minutes for the other. Okay, so for 18 minutes I'm gonna be shoveling here. The thing about the flux and linen and that stuff, you don't need, if people like Saf, for example, volunteer to do that, or even Rory, it's not useful to us because they play, I don't know, they play once every 4 days or something. Then we can't make outposts basically. So we need that stuff to be done by somebody who's gonna be around. Dude, even if we clear out another 4 squares to put the wall, they will be able to jump over it from
up the slope. Yeah.
from the
Yeah.
slope. So you really need to take down a lot of fucking squares. I don't. So on paper, this area is great for many reasons, but the slope is not. I mean, you want the slope when you first start your base. You want the slope because it looks cool and it's protected, etc. But then when you think about the mechanics of the game, that you need to put an outpost in every fief, then it begins to, you know. I guess we could start. Look, you can expand the fief by 1 square if you want, if you pay some money to the outpost. So you know that the border is 2 tiles, right? Every border between fief is 2 tiles. If you can expand by 1 tile, 1 fief, and by 1 tile the other, and then you join them. So it's possible to gain 1 tile that way. It looks like it's gonna have to just be a really long-term project. This fief here. You know what the good news is, that it's also for them. That's the good news.
Yeah, that's true.
They can't just take it right now. So I can relax basically. Yeah, fuck it, I'm gonna relax. They really do not seem to want to do any work. I have barely seen them do any work. So for them to come all the way here from where they are to start digging, and then they have to carry the freaking logs, and I don't see them doing it.
Seems like they just want PvP mainly.
I think though they might have two bases because Rory found a video of them that was taken like 5 days ago, and they were building a
Yeah, I saw that.
massive base there, but it's not near. I'm gonna look on the map. Oh, hold on, I'll look on the map right now. I should be able to find them. It's important. I mean, I don't know why I haven't already done it. This is a priority. Dude, I try to reason with them. I even tried to become vassals. They don't seem to, you know, I don't know. And you don't know. Maybe the guy that you're talking to is not the real leader. He's just a regional leader and he's a moron. And then maybe if you could speak to the real leader, maybe you'd get somewhere. But, you know, if every time they see you, they kill you, it's kind of hard to speak to the real leader. Okay, let's look what they're doing now. See, I don't see in the vicinity. If they have another guild in the vicinity, if you search, there's two guilds with the same name, one with all caps, one with lowercase. But then where's the other one? We definitely have the most outposts in the region, in the immediate region at least. And there's, in our north, there's several provinces that have absolutely nobody on them. I think that Chevy maybe forgot to click on save, so his emblem hasn't updated. Well, I'm gonna walk this character back because he's gonna be doing the materials processing. I'll see if I can make some doors and windows to put in the warehouse, so we can start piling up the materials for an outpost. It's complicated, and you know what the problem is now. When you let's say you have all the materials for the outpost, right? You need to go and put the foundations down. You need to put the materials in. You need to hammer them in, and then there you have the outpost. This process takes a while to carry the materials on your back, all that stuff. If during this time you get attacked, or if when the materials are in the before you hammer them in, if somebody right clicks and clicks destroy, then all the hours you spend with doing all these materials is just gone. And with those guys now attacking us all the time, even before it was dangerous, when people were attacking us like once every 2 days, now that they're attacking us once every 2 hours, it's a serious danger. We might want to time it so that we do it when they sleep.
Yeah, definitely.
Stuff like that, yeah. Later, when we have more weapons, you can wait until you have 5-6 people, and then they can stand guard. And also, you know, if you have somebody in a tall place, okay, let me do some praying. Make sure that you do pray once every in-game day to the idol to increase your alignment.
Oh yeah.
The idol's over here.
You
You
need to get back from -10.
can get back, and if you get to 1,000, then you don't lose any XP when you die.
Huh.
That's actually dumbed down. It was never like that before. They just made it like this. I don't remember what 1,000 gave you benefit. It gave you some benefit. It's so cool we can go on all that. Well, on most of the towers.
It would be good to have more than one staircase for each wall, so they can't just stop us from getting up.
Yeah, but you see how much space they take. And remember,
Yeah. Oh, actually, when we've got stone walls all the way around, we could do with just one staircase on each side would do it.
well, that's what we have now. One staircase on each side, yeah. And you have to remember.
I mean, so 4 in total.
So you want to put where? Near the gates, stairhouses?
Yeah, I guess.
You just have to remember that this is not a castle. This is not a keep. We're gonna remove the sword, if it's possible. I don't even know if it's possible, but and we're gonna put a military outpost in here. Or we could keep it like we'll see what's gonna happen. I don't know about this guild management. Like how do you, like for example, if we destroy this sword now, what happens to the outposts? Because the outposts are tied to this guild monument. Do you lose them? If you lose them, then forget about it. We're not gonna destroy the sword. But if you don't lose them and you can just move the sword somewhere else, we'll see. There's just so many rules to figure out in this game that are not documented, or they're like poorly documented. Okay. Let me see now if we have if we have enough for me to, let's say, see if I try to put down a wall now, and they come while we're putting it on.
Yeah. It's so dangerous.
Look, we're gonna lose just the materials that we have on us. They can't take anything else at this time, but it's still.
They could get in the fort though if you're.
Yeah, they can get the fort, and what are they gonna do? They cannot look in the
I
boxes.
guess.
They cannot look in the warehouse. Oh, we have all these animals now. Yeah, they cannot look. So all they can do is loot your bodies, whatever you have on you. So let me see. I think we have enough boards for more wall. Do we have enough? We have enough. I don't know if we have enough shaped stone, and I don't know how to see it. Oh my god, somebody put iron plate leggings. Rico must have made this. That's the first piece of armor I've seen. Dude, if Urian was playing with us, since he plays all day, Rust, if he was playing this game all day, he would first of all get a lot of work done, and second of all, you know, people are more likely to jump in if somebody's already playing, so he would definitely... I wish we could just flip a switch in his brain and get him to like this game.
Yeah, it's odd how he's played so much of Rust, not with us, and then I don't know. I don't really get.
Yeah,
what it's
it
about.
depends. I don't know. I actually have a theory about that. First of all, it depends on if he's playing alone or if he's playing with his friends. So if he's playing with his friends, then it would make sense. He's in a pretty sizable guild that's from his friends in Norway, and it's got, I don't know, 15 people inside or something. So if he's playing with them, it would make sense. But even if he's playing alone, it would make sense. Let me explain to you why I think. Also, Factorio, for example, he put, I don't know, 400 hours alone or something. So I think he wants to do everything. You know, like even me in Factorio, I want to finish it with a group, but I also want to play it afterwards by myself so that I have to learn how to do everything. So, for example, when we're playing all together, then he doesn't have control of the base in Rust, like where everything is placed. And if he really enjoys building, then he wants to build everything. And the only way to do that really is to play alone.
Yeah, I get that.
But in this game it wouldn't work. There's no way he can make a castle alone. There's just no fucking way. He would have to play with other people.
Yeah.
We can't even make a freaking fort, T1 fort. We've been playing like, we put maybe 1,000 man hours, 7-8 people, and we still don't have a fucking proper fort. So. But he really doesn't seem interested in playing any games with us ever again. Like, because before he was jumping in all sorts of different games, but now the only thing he's played is with you, Wildlands and wherever else you're playing Divinity. But he just
Yep.
seems to not give a shit about playing with us anymore. And you know, again, I understand it because before he played with us, he was hanging on Discord and he wasn't talking or saying anything, and I had to really ask him several times to play with us. And finally, he jumped in. I don't remember what game that it was. And then he played. I think it's the same with Knight. A lot of people, I think, they're not used to playing with strangers or to playing with other people at all. And then I twist their arms. They jump in. They play for a while. I think that they're enjoying it, and they're enjoying it, but they're not fully comfortable. So eventually, they just drop out, and you never hear from them again. I think that's a category. Definitely, that's a category of people, and I see it all the time. So you basically, when you make a clan, you have to be prepared for attrition, I think you call it. You know, you have to be prepared. If you want a clan with 30 people, you have to try 100 people to retain the 30 in the end, the long-term ones. And I mean, that's fine. That's not a big deal. That's normal. Okay. See, what Rico didn't tell me is that, let me see. Oh, he didn't tell me about the metal bands, but he didn't tell me because I didn't ask him. So, okay, I can make a door now, but I need metal bands to make a door. And the metal bands, Rico can make them with his forger. And I can make a window, yes, but it needs glass, so I don't know who can make glass. It's terrible, isn't it? It's, Even if you have a character and you say, okay, I'm gonna take one character, I'm gonna go alone somewhere, I'm gonna max out his skill. You cannot max out his skill, even just one character, because you need other characters to give him the stuff.
Yeah.
Well, in that case, I'm just gonna. There's nothing I can do now while I wait. I'm just gonna come out and dig a little bit. Okay, I got caught here. Okay, I got out. Yeah, because however, on the other hand, I really hate getting caught in the, so I'm gonna start making it, let me see. Okay, so, let's see what's happening here. Whenever you go in, take a look, because once I've had somebody slip in and kill me. He was just waiting,
really?
yeah.
Can they get out? Oh yeah, they can jump out through the
They can
loopholes.
always get out. Unless, you know, if you want to trap them, you can trap them, but they can always use the, you know, you take down the stairs or whatever, but they can always use the prayer for homecoming and just teleport home, and they just lose their inventory, but not the stuff they have equipped. And the important, when you're going out fighting, you have equipped the important stuff. So you know what? I'm gonna drop the rocks. Can you look around? You know that flat place that we were making? The
Yeah.
flat. That's where.
I think
Oh,
it's slightly better to put them in the warehouse just because then you don't have to dig them up and place them again.
yeah,
It
that's
takes
true.
a bit of
That's true.
extra
And
time.
digging them up destroys your shovel. You know.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll pick up. I'll.
What I've been doing is just doing all the rocks in one, like the surface of where I'm going to dig, putting that in the warehouse, and then digging only dirt, so I don't have to mess with going in two directions.
Yeah. Well, now my guy is full, so I need to go in.
Oh,
Yep.
disconnected.
Me too.
Happened to you too?
Yep. Is logging in with the wrong character. That's annoying.
At the
Do you have this game on SSD?
No. Oh.
You
Servers on selected world are closed for maintenance. So I guess we can't play now.
can't play now. Let me check on their Discord. There should be a notification. So Bobik is saying that, just for your info, our theoretical maximum per node was 200 players. Per node means, you know, there's 144 servers. 200 each. How much does that give you? Is that 20, is that 30,000 or something? So like,
Uh,
yeah.
yeah, it'll be 28,000.
So I was reading the theoretical maximum, but I don't know if that's what they're actually going with now. I think what they're going with is 100. But I heard about tactics where, let's say there was going to be a war, one side would start sending their players there before to flood the node, so that the other side
Yeah,
couldn't
makes
field,
sense.
you know. Well, we can't play now, and we don't know how long it will take. Let's see though, there's no notification, but I'm sure the people are discussing it. Let's see in the general discussion maybe. They're all typing F. Everybody's whining. What about people riding on horse? I think that means they might lose the horse or something. I'm not sure. What are you going to do about my 100 quality warhorse that I was riding? Maybe he's lying. I don't think he has 100 quality warhorse at this point in the game. It'd be nice to have an hour. Like, how long is this gonna take? Should I go to sleep or should I wait?
Someone says 12-hour roll.
Yeah, that's a joke. Wipe and restart. That'd be funny. Oh, guys, we made a mistake. So let's just wipe. If you were off your horse and shoveling and the horse was near you, then then maybe you would lose it. So, but I think that if you're standing on the horse, maybe. I don't know if you're standing on the horse. If it's in your pocket, you know, you can put the horse in your pocket, right? You put, it appears in your inventory as a piece of paper, just like some of the other animals. I think that has to do with them trying to, not having to keep track of all these animals in the world.
Yeah. I thought maybe it was to do with, like, so you can trade them properly.
That too.
Because in the real world, you could shepherd sheep around and say, oh, you own these sheep now.
Yep.
But it's difficult to do that in this.